Cyanwood City Pharmacy. 500 years of tradition. We await your medicinal queries. Okay, I'm sure this is a place I can buy healing items prior to the gym battle. What do you have? Power band, yeah, you don't know what the pharmacy is. How have you been in business for 500 years? 2 United States is long of time, and you don't know what medicine is for your pharmacy? Whatever. You're going to evolve. I actually held off evolving Mareep so it could get discharged, because otherwise I would have to wait even longer to get a usable stab move. I also did slight leveling of the other ones. Good. And now you get discharged, and now I'm going to evolve you. Celio, get bitten. So, how's it going? Middle of summer, it's hot out, but I got my fan going, I'm fine. I had my One Piece video came out. Yes, my big old video about One Piece and epithets. And I was admittedly kind of disappointed. Like, the first day it came out, like a few hours after releasing, it was sitting at 30 odd views. That was like, oh, I'm a failure, I'm a hack and a fraud, and I'll never be a YouTuber anyone cares about, even slightly. Like, I just completely disheartening seeing how much of a failure that was in its first day. And it picked up, like, on the Sunday, and, like, now it's gotten up to, it's saying around 6,000 views, which is, I mean, that's not a lot, but it's good for me. But yeah, that was just terrifying. Like, oh, I'm a failure, but now I have success, so I can feel okay about myself. And the Hitmonlee killed one of my Pokemon in the last part. I wonder if it has, like, pure power, huge power, or something that made it stronger, that it could just one-shot my Staravia. Although I guess Staravia doesn't have good defense. And let's go heal up, and let's take on Chuck. And then, I'm not sure what I do then. I guess I go do the encounters that lead to the Safari Zone. So, there's been, what have I been watching? There's a new Rick and Morty season. I've been watching it as it came out, and I've kind of been unimpressed overall with this Rick and Morty season. It's a lot of, yeah, that was okay episodes. Nothing really outstanding. The Evil Morty episode was pretty good, but just a lot of, like, wow, this is an interesting premise, but it doesn't do anything super interesting with it or go anywhere. Like, the empathy, Morty has no empathy episode last night, or Monday night, it was fine, but I don't know. Let me pull up my schedule. So, didn't get a lot of writing because it used to be like actually it's still second week. Apparently this is like the time of every month, like the second week where I have like so much local government to cover, is where I am just swamped with work. And, you know, I was worried because Chuck has 2 fully evolved Pokemon. But, I mean, Gliscor's good, but I've got my Dugong, so that was really easy. Ice Punch, that's nice. And now I get 5 from you. Yeah, thank you for 5. Don't call me, Mom. Don't call me right now. I know you stole my money. But, yeah, I just had a busy week of, like, I'm gonna end up, like, I'm tracking hours now for my job, and I'm going to end up working overtime this week because I gotta cover a bunch of stuff over the weekend. But I just, like, after like a 2-hour school board meeting coming home, and I'm like, I don't have the energy to write tonight. Oh, right, we have to deal with Jasmine first. We have to, like, go talk to Baboa, Baba Booey, that, like, guy. So, like, let's dig out someone who can fly. But, you know, I'll be fine. None of you are flying types. So I'm going to have to get a corpse out or get lucky. I'm going to bet you on my getting lucky, and I should have pulled out more to get lucky with, but come on. I could... You know what? You don't have better level up moves, and you've got some bad ones. So now I'm going to fly on my Ampharos to save her Ampharos, and it's like Ampharos squared. And they're like friends and shit. And my Ampharos is going to heal her, and then they're going to get married. Why doesn't Jasmine, like... I think the Pokemon gym leaders should like use Pokemon that aren't their type specialty more often. Like Jasmine should have like her Ampharos in addition to her Magnemite and Steelix. That would be cool. Like I really like how in well, it's because just terrible, terrible decks in Gen 4, but Diamond and Pearl like had some Elite Four members, and the final gym leader at Class 2 actually used Pokemon that weren't their specialty, and like, yeah, that's cool. I like that Candace has a Medicham. I like that. Don't fucking call me Balboa. There's like a slight delay on like my audio mixer and OBS. I hope that's not like actually. Okay, okay, it seems to have fixed itself. So let's go get those. Actually, no, let's beat up Jasmine first. Why not? Wrong house. Like I like that Volkner has like an artillery and Flint has like a Drifblim. Like a Drifblim is very fitting for a fire leader, even though it isn't a ghost type. Okay, now let's just beat up your Chikorita, which is lame, although getting that Reflect Up is going to be kind of annoying. Stop healing. And Camera, which I take out with Shucky. One-shot it. And then Mantike, which I take out with you. That was an easy boss. Double boss, get the mineral badge, get that mineral. Where are you going to knock off that? It doesn't have the power boost, but that's pretty good. So let's go catch some Pokemon. So I got a new One Piece video out, and mostly good responses, mostly liking them. I did, oh no, I mentioned Yamato. I mentioned the character that causes trans discourse and people, and oh no, now I have to deal with One Piece fans having discourse about Yamato in my comment section, and I just say flat out, if a character says I am a man and all the other characters are like that's a man and they call him a man, I'm gonna call him a man. Like but no. You see, Yamato isn't actually transgender because the story states pretty clearly that he shouldn't be trans, that it's bad that he is transgender, and that makes him stupid and like foolish. Yeah, I know, Oda's really fucking transphobic. But like you think that One Piece is like a story that is like transphobic? Well, if it's so transphobic, then why does it portray being trans as a bad thing? Like, this character isn't actually bad trans representation because they aren't actually trans, because it's insulting and mocking towards them. Like, oh god. I'm not getting into this shit, but like, well, the whole point of like Yamato is that he shouldn't idolize Odin so much, and like, it's actually really deep. No, it's a joke that he's dumb because he's trans, because Oda hates trans people. Anyway, Block Vader 8283 says Tyrant, talking about Bartholomew Kuma, is easily A tier. It's misleading and scary. It's supposed to make you think he's the Skrull villain. That's how he's introduced when he beats the shit out of the Straw Hats both times. And the world government wants to portray the warlords as monsters to dissuade potential pirates. I love the subversion when it's eventually revealed that he's not a tyrant. He's actually the sweetest man in the story, and it's just government propaganda. It's just yet another jab in the gut of the ways they fuck with his life, his image as future. Well put. That is a great comment. And yeah, Kuma is such a sweet, kind character. Hold on, is this legally? Let me look at the Nuzlocke tracker to see if this route and like the cave inside part. Cliff Cave is a different part than Route 47. Yes, so I almost killed that Krabby, but I can catch it. I just remembered. And I bought some Cherish Balls because they cost as much as regular Pokeballs, but they look nice. But yeah, it's honestly amazing in One Piece how Kuma completely changes his character design and goes from being this intimidating, dangerous, like antagonist to just like a sweet, friendly dilf. By just like, oh, we can see his eyes now and he looks friendly. Like, God, Kuma's such a good character. I have a friend who like is like, you gotta watch One Piece. You gotta. It's like Alex from my D&D games. If you don't, yeah, but like a friend who's like, oh, you got to. Ooh, I don't. You've got to watch One Piece. One Piece is so good. So I watched through One Piece and I watch all of One Piece, and it turns out he hasn't watched Egghead. So then because I'm like live blogging, watching One Piece and all of my like thoughts on it and like enjoying, and then like, oh, I can't say anything else because you haven't watched Egghead and you haven't watched Elbath, and he's like, oh, he's so constantly like accidentally like he'll post his theories and like sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's wrong. Like rewatching through One Piece, me watching One Piece made him decide to watch through One Piece from the start and then continue into Egghead. He's on Egghead now, and he's like, I got to Water 7, and I think there's something here with them having like the rising water and Longland having the rising water, and I'm going to use Repel and Wano having the rising water. I wonder if sea levels are rising and like, interesting. Congrats, you figured out the big plot twist, sudden reveal from the end of the arc that you haven't watched. Good. And sometimes he's just off. Like I've seen a photo of Roxy Jabek, and because of that, I have come up with a theory based on appearance that he is the father of one of the emperors. Yes, that's right. He is the father of Buggy the Clown, because they both have blue hair. Not quite. Close, but no cigar. Like, because, like, Roxy Jabek, like, his appearance, even, like, he's always seen in silhouette before we get the God Valley flashbacks, and the moment we see him properly, it just has, at the bottom, written out, father of Blackbeard. So, like, I knew just from osmosis that like Shebek was Blackbeard's father before I got to Elbath. But you didn't know that, and you're just like, I bet it's gonna be Buggy's father. But no, Buggy ain't Buggy's dad, and this is actually kind of a shitty lineup to have these two. Oh right. That's bad. So I'm going to use super potion so you don't die. Or I use discharge, and at the same time, what ability do you have? Sturdy? Before the switch? Well, shame you don't become ground until you evolve, bud. Sorry, Block Vader. You were a worthy sacrifice to protect my Mistervis. You were around for so long. You saved my Pokemon, which makes you a useful team member. Sorry I killed you like that, but there's so many water types in Pokemon. There's so many better water types. It's a good thing that I didn't box you, so I had you to heroically throw into the way of my own discharge a toxic orb. I don't think I have any Pokemon with guts. And why? I should have like made sure to change my Pokemon up, or at the very least heal before I got into this. But I'm going to never mind. My Pokemon are strong enough that these aren't a threat. But right, I have the Choice Scarf. Okay, there. Thank you. And are there any more before good? I mean, Route 48, I can get an encounter to replace the Pokemon I just killed. What's this comment on the epithet? I didn't read the last one, which was Chopper's true epithet is emergency food, and then Prono's epithet should have been Lady Killjoy. That'd be funny, but that doesn't really work in Japanese. But yeah, Lady Killjoy, that's fun. I want to be the there. Okay, what's this item here? And then I can get one more encounter from the Safari Zone, and that'll probably be it before I move on. And I'll be replacing a Geodude, right? So I guess I can't do the rest of the Safari Zone because it's randomized what I'm going to get. Although there's trainers here. Can't I buy from you? Not a talker? Okay, rude. Do any of you have anything relevant to me? What do you have? Thank you. Thank you. None of these. If I had Porygon, this would be great, though. Okay. What do you have? What do you desk? So Life Orb. How much does that cost? It's worth it. It's worth it for a Life Orb because it's such a good item, the Life Orb. Let me go bury my Pokemon. That gave a valiant sacrifice to eat my own electrical attack. So yeah, I'm just I'm working on various things. Green Arrow videos. Oh, although actually there was one in the Green Arrow Green Lantern videos. All the comic piracy websites are going down, so I had to go through and back up, like download every single page of Hard Traveling Heroes instead of just going through as I did it. So I had to go download every single page before like they got down because all the comic piracy websites are going down, and like so like the argument against piracy is like, well, creators deserve to make money for their writing. And last I checked, Dennis O'Neil is fucking dead, man. Neil Adams, oh, he's super dead. Everyone who worked on this series is dead. Like, who? Why does Warner Brothers have any right to take down the piracy? Well, because you see, copyright exists primarily for corporations. Yeah, but that's stupid, so I don't give a shit. Like, no, the idea, I don't think people should profit of. Yes, I'm going to leave the Safari Zone, and I failed your aptitude test. What now, old man? Like, I don't give a shit about, like, honestly, I don't give a shit about piracy in general. Like, you can at least say it's impolite to pirate something. But when everyone who had worked on a book is dead, like, who am I giving the money to by not pirating it? Some company? Well, fuck that company. They, like, keep canceling movies for tax breaks and shit. Anyway, let's go on to... I haven't done Route 42 because I wouldn't have had surf yet, so I guess I can do another. I did do Mount Mortar Encounter, and I'm not going through Mount Mortar because it's a lame area. Let me find another good comment. Where is a good comment? I only laid out 4. Scrolling past my own long ass comment where I'm just listing all the names with their tiers. You know what? Sure. Let's do Ken H. the Randoms comment here. As I catch a Chinchou, which is a worthy replacement for that Shellos I lost. Ken says, isn't Sanji's epithet supposed to be Stealth Black? That's a good point. That's kind of his matching with his siblings. You know, there are definitely epithets that I didn't include in that video. I just went with the wiki's list of epithets, but there's ones that the wiki lists. Like, a lot of times they call him Boss Jinbei. That's an epithet, but the wiki didn't get that. But whatever. All the super good epithets were included in it. And there were a few comments like about Nerona Imu having just the best epithet, King of the World. And yeah, that would be an S tier epithet. But he hadn't been introduced when I wrote that video. Yeah, he's such a new kid. Well, I mean, we didn't see his full appearance and name. And hello, Rude. Don't run from me. Okay, so let's continue onward. And can I do the ice gym now, or do I have to do the side quest where you go to Lake of Rage first? Ooh, what will I get that is shiny? I hope I get a cool shiny Pokemon. Because it's, I believe, the Gyarados is always replaced with a shiny Pokemon, and that'll be cool. Hello. There you go. Surskit. I've got a pretty good team. I mean, I did do some training to just get them leveled out to a good, like especially the new ones, like get a good level for taking on Chuck. But I've got good set of Pokemon now. What should I make my 6th, though, is the question as I go to the Pokemon Center. I do have to do Lake of Rage first. Okay. I wonder, hold on, do they have items that you... Sunny Bunny is still too strong. Lots of good options is the thing. You know what? I caught you and thought I was going to use you really early on. Let's just do it. And actually, let's get you to this team, because I do think Bone Meringue is a reusable TM. Or, I mean, I can buy multiple of them, so I don't have one. But that, I could get you a good stab. And yeah, I'm going to switch train you up. What do they got in here? What do you have to buy? Root Fossil! Thank you, Team Rocket, for selling me Pokemon. Thank you. So you're just describing your evil plan to me, random girl who walked into your store. Okay. These Rocket Goons are stupid in this game. And I'll get the encounter on this route, and then I will end it. I will end it. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go do some video editing. But yeah, scrolling past all the Yamato discourse to find a good comment. Well, oh, this is a good one. And I'm gonna scroll because I actually scrolled past it. No. Find it. Sometimes, like, the YouTube comments just, like, disappear as you're going through them. It was a comment that said a good epithet for Luffy is the man who will become King of Pirates. Let me reload the page that you can't see so I can show you that. Oh, this is actually a better one. Wait, did I already do this comment? I forgot to show this comment, and I'm pretty sure I forgot to show a comment last time. But I'm pretty. Maybe Chopper's called Con Candy Lover because it looks like sacral petals. Actually, maybe that would make it better than what it is. Emu being called the world is perfect. Good. Showing all these comments. Yeah, there are just comments that are disappearing that were here a second ago. Blah, blah, blah. Transphobes. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, there we... See, it jumped, but you saw it a second ago. Ignore the transphobia. The man who will be king of the pirates. Wait 4015 will get comment named after you, and then I'm ending this. And my snake is sleeping, which sounds like a euphemism. It's what the Viz translation is going to call Dragon. The snake who is sleeping, because that's how you translate the rebellious dragon into English. Watch the video, blah, blah, blah. Because that was a stupid name that they gave Dragon. Okay,